If you've ever watched dice making videos and thought, this is amazing, but also terrifying, this series is for you. Hi, I'm Sam. I am the owner and dice maker of Artemis Dice Company, and I have been making dice since like 2021. I've been making dice for a really long time. And recently my focus has shifted more from selling my own dice to teaching about dice making, because I get really excited when somebody messages me and tells me that I am the reason they started dice making, and I just wanted to chase that feeling. So for 2026, I am going to be restarting my dice making series. Now, all of the old videos are still going to remain on YouTube, and if you feel like you want to skip ahead and check out some of those, I absolutely encourage that. But for this series that I'm starting in 2026, I want to start from the most basic fundamentals and work our way into making a full dice set. And then from there, we can expand into more advanced beginner techniques. I'm also planning on launching an intermediate dice making series, and I'm not sure exactly when that's going to get started, but hopefully by February at the latest. So if you are interested in more intermediate or even advanced dice making techniques, be sure to keep a lookout for that as well. To get started in dice making, for this very first video, I want to explain what dice making is and dispel some myths you may have heard. We're going to talk about what you need as a beginner and what you absolutely don't need. First of all, when you are getting started in the dice making hobby, you don't need a pressure pot. You don't need any expensive tools, and you definitely don't need to buy anything today. In fact, if you follow along with this dice making tutorial series, I will tell you exactly when you should purchase items and what those items should be. This series is for absolute beginners. People who are curious about dice making with resin, people who love tabletop games, or maybe even just people who want to try making something with their hands. For this beginner's dice series, we are not chasing perfection. We're just going to try to make some playable dice. What is handmade dice? Excellent question. I'm so glad you asked. Handmade dice, for the terms that I will be discussing for this series, is dice made by hand using epoxy resin. There are other materials people use to make handmade dice. I've seen people make handmade dice out of ceramic clay, polymer clay, powdered resin type products like Terraform from Chromatic Castle, which I don't actually think it's resin, but regardless. For this series, I'm going to be talking about making handmade dice using epoxy resin. Not UV resin, epoxy resin. This is really important. Handmade dice are always dice made by humans in small batches. We're not talking about factory made or casino type dice. This is all handmade dice made by humans with their hands. These dice will pretty much always have tiny flaws. They may not all be perfectly sharp or perfectly round or perfectly sanded. And I just want to set your expectations right now so that you know that is perfectly normal. I have been doing this for a long time, and making absolutely flawless dice is super rare. Like, it doesn't happen. For a minute, we're going to talk about the dice making process. At high levels, advanced, intermediate dice making, anybody who's making dice for profit, dice has a couple different stages. First, before you can make dice, you need what we call dice masters. Dice masters are the dice shapes with the numbers. These are going to be 3D printed in resin and polished to absolute perfection so that when you take these and mold them, which is the next step, you are going to have dice as perfect as you can possibly get out of that mold. Molds are the next step. So you take your dice masters and you put them in silicone and you make a mold. Next, you're going to cast your dice. So once you have molds, you will take your epoxy resin, you'll combine it and mix it and add whatever colorants or inclusions or whatever you want to add to them and pour them into the mold. Finally, let's call it stage 4, we're going to do finishing. And this is where the dice become playable. This is removing the rough edges. This is sanding. This is polishing. This is inking. This is finalizing the dice process. So I wanted to explain this right off the bat in this first video so that when I talk about some of these stages, you know a little bit more about what I'm talking about. In the next video, we're going to cover more in-depth terminology, and you'll hear those terms again, but I wanted to introduce them today because this is an essential part of dice making. For this very, very, very beginner series, we're mostly going to be focusing on casting. We're not going to be making our own masters. We're not going to be making our own molds to get started. We're just going to be talking about casting dice using pre-made molds. That means that for today, you don't need to worry about a pressure pot. You don't need to worry about silicone. You don't need to worry about masters. You don't need to worry about selling your dice. For now, we just want to learn how to make a set of dice. And I promise once we do that first initial dice cast, we will then start to talk about things like pressure pots, which I do feel like you're going to need even if this is just going to become a regular hobby for you, but we can talk about that more down the line. When the time comes to start buying things, I also want to make sure you know you don't need to buy everything all at once. When I made my first dice set, I used an old eyeshadow palette with colors I didn't use anymore. And that's what I made my first couple of dice sets out of, just eyeshadow and resin. Dice making can be a really expensive hobby, so buying things just as you need them a little bit at a time can really help save you money, and it'll also help you see what you really want to work with, what you're really excited to use. So I am going to make sure that I cover all of the materials. We're going to talk about different types of pigments, different inclusions, different techniques, and what materials you may need for those. So I don't want you to rush out and buy anything until you know exactly what you might want to make. That being said, I am planning a video series where we're going to talk about some of these resin starter kits, which can be a really good way to save money when you're first getting started. These starter kits will usually include the resin, some stir sticks, some little plastic mixing cups. That's the word I was looking for. Some of them even include silicone mats. Most of them will include a colorant of some sort, if not two. My first starter kit also included some gold foil and some glitters. So that might be a really good way for you to get started. You can just spend 30 bucks on one of these kits and get almost everything you need for casting your first set, and you're not buying a ton of stuff. So I am going to cover some of those starter kits and tell you what's included and make recommendations about which ones I think are worth your money and which ones you could skip. In the next few videos in this series, we're going to cover basic dice making terminology. We're going to cover dice making tools and materials, resin basics. I'm going to talk about different brands of resin that are on the market. I'm going to talk about molds that I think are worth your time, and I'll probably mention some molds that I don't think are worth your time just to clear that up. We're going to talk about pigments, the different types of pigment. So that's going to include mica powder, resin dye, alcohol ink, pigment paste. There's probably other stuff. Eyeshadow. We're going to talk about inclusions, what they are, what you can use them for, what effects they create. And finally, I'm going to walk you through pouring your first set of dice without a pressure pot and tips that you can use to minimize bubbles when you don't have a pressure pot at your disposal. For now, your only job is to watch, to learn, maybe, and decide if this is something that you want to try. In the next video, we're going to talk about dice terminology, so make sure you don't miss that one, because if you do, you'll probably be confused for the following videos going forward. If you like this video, please click like. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, hit that subscribe button. I'm going to put these all on a playlist to make it really easy for you to follow along. And please leave me a comment. Let me know what you are hoping to learn from this dice tutorial series, and I will do my absolute best to cover everything that you want to know. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.